So here's a question that might open a can of worms. Do you feel like the repetitive CE training is as helpful as I think the educators think it should be, as far as making you calm and working through your steps and doing the things
No,
to?
I don't think really the classes, do you learn from them? Yes. So
Mhm.
do we need them? Some of them, yes. Not all of them.
A lot of them need revamping, seriously.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. I
Yeah.
don't. There's classes that we're required to take that I think are the most ignorant flipping thing you have to do. And to waste one of your days off to go
Mhm.
sit through a stupid flipping class
For
because
8 hours.
for 8 hours, I'm like, I want to spend that day at home.
Mhm.
Reason I don't volunteer to work overtime very often because
Yeah.
guess what? I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there are classes that I think that we should have to take, and I think it's a good idea because it's you learn from them. If
Yeah.
there's new material, whatever, it's nice to know that material. You probably need to know it, but I think to learn, you actually have to be doing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I don't know if I mean, because not every ER is the same. You get a lot of the same things. So it's a lot of like repetitive stuff,
Mhm.
but then you get like something crazy in there and you're like, oh wow, this is something new. I haven't seen that. So that but I mean, most often ER is ER. You're gonna see chest pain, you do chest pain things. You see abdominal pain, you're gonna do abdominal pain things. You
Mhm.
see flank pain, you're gonna do flank pain things. It's
Mhm.
just it's pretty repetitive. And I don't know if people agree with that or not, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. Because like you can pretty much throw me in any ER and I know how to take care of the patient. I know what
Mhm.
to do, but I don't know your damn charting.
Right.
That might be a problem.
Right.
But the rest of it I can do, and I'm not scared to do any of it.
Well, it's like when I teach people how to innovate, coming from the flight world, before I got there, I was proficient. I wouldn't have called myself an expert, but I knew my process, I knew the goals, I knew all the things of innovating. RSI technique, innovating airway management, ventilator management. I was on it. I knew it and proved myself there in flight.
Mm-hmm.
And so now getting the opportunity to teach people how to innovate, because for a medic, especially a brand new medic, that innovation thing, when the instructor tells you while you're learning innovation techniques, you might be the reason when you RSI somebody that they take their last breath.
Yeah.
Scares the crap out of every medic on the planet, because typically they're 19 to 21 years old, 22 years
Mm-hmm.
old, and you're telling them like, I'm going to give you the power to take that away, and then you are going to take over and put them on machines or mechanically do it yourself.
Yeah.
um, that that is a scary thing. I will always say, all right, I told you all the scary things. Now innovation is easier and more definitive to do than an IV. It's all in
Yep.
your prep and setup
Mm-hmm.
that keeps you first pass success. If you will prep and set up every time the same way and go through the same process every time, if you will be obsessive OCD about it, you will get all your tubes. The ones that you will miss will be the extreme traumas that you end up having to crike. And cool, no big deal. That's even more definitive because you cut the hole in the piece of anatomy and you get to pass it through. So don't like stop freaking out about it. So like teaching people not to stress is hard, because I still, in the back of my mind, with a lot of the things that we've talked about on the show, like I don't want to let somebody down. I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to do the things. That stress is still there with me going,
Mm-hmm.
oh God,
Yeah.
you know, that that makes me, the stress now, instead of making me panic, the stress makes me stop and go, all right, am I going through my checklist? Here's step one, here's step two. And now on my checklist, I can look at step 1 through 10 and go, all right, 1 through 5 are done. I can start at 5 and go to 10. Or I don't need 7 and 8. I can hit, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And so that makes me feel better. I don't know. Phil, where are you at?
I kind of the same. I mean, that's been, I've always made it a rule, for a personal rule that whenever we get to the point where, we decide that it's time that we have to take over this airway, I've got my partner doing the things, bagging or, something like that, but I'm getting I have everything set out and it's kind of in order, and it's ready to go where I don't have to move from, you know, I don't have to get up and get anything. I don't have to move anything away. It's all right there in reach in order that I'm going to give it.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to prep. I mean, you have to have your.
Well, and
I
you
mean,
have your
yeah.
primary, you have your secondary, you have your emergency,
Mm-hmm.
all
And
that set up. And then I am obsessive about like how my, bougie or my tube or anything that helps, fits with my blade that I'm using and how I'm going to enter that airway and take it over and
Mhm.
What medications I'm going to use and why, and I'm able to explain that, and that's just one simple thing. When it comes to kids, it's what's my neuro status, what's my respiratory status, and then where are my vitals in relation to that. When it's with the very rare super sick patients or the complicated ones, I'm always thinking like what's going to kill them first. And so that's where my stress is at, is going, where is this patient at and what am I seeing? What's my funnel of diagnosis? Is that changing? Is my funnel going from respiratory to cardiac or respiratory and cardiac to something else? Is it, something that I can't be thinking of? Do I have my medical director's number on speed dial? Like, hey, help.
yeah,
Something's peaking that shouldn't be peaking.
yeah.
But that first amount of stress made me appreciate and respect what it was that I was being asked to do. And
No,
so
I can,
be good at it and be an expert.
I mean, there's
yeah.
still things that make me nervous or even stress me out a little bit. Like you have those patients that come in and you have like heart rates 30, and you're like, that's not
Right.
good.
Why are they a marathon runner?
I'm like, why is you not beating so fast? What's going on?
Yeah.
Or when you have that patient that the monitor's showing 250 on the heart rate, and you're like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, we had one that came in. It was like the father of this family, and it sounded like they lived in kind of like a commune. It's like a big piece of land, and everybody had a house on this piece of land, and this dad who his spouse had passed away is living in a house, and the kids are just kind of checking on him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, he sleeps in the chair, so now he's slumped over all the time. When he shows up, he's slumped over like he's dead.
Oh.
And you're like, hey man, you're
Hey,
like,
sir,
you're like
still
doing
home?
the broken neck, like look underneath the hood of the car to try to get a hold of this guy's. And all he can say is, yeah, ouch, Tylenol. They're like, well, he's only said that for a year. And I'm like, a whole year, like 12 months, 365 days. What the fuck? He looks like he's posturing. They're like, well, he's been that way for a year. What happened a year ago? Well, he fell. Okay. He's been this way for a year. Yeah. Can't walk, can't take care of himself. One person bathes him, one person makes sure that he eats, the other person changes his diaper. We brought him in because he's worse today. And I'm like, I don't know how much more worse it can get. But this is how he's been for a year. Yeah, what's worse today? Well, his feet are a different color. Holy shit. Now there's 8,000 things that can happen. But also, like, you can't call a stroke, you can't call it anything, because like everything's all outside the limits of everything that could go on. And then you feel bad because the family genuinely just like didn't know, and something changed that finally made them think, oh my gosh, is my family member going to die? And you're looking at them going, yeah, and there's nothing we could do. We could do it a year ago. We could stop
Yeah.
something. But today, no, there's
It's kind
nothing
of like
we can
it's
do.
kind of like, and what's so sad is like you get like these nursing home patients,
Yeah.
and the family hasn't seen them in 10 years, and all of a
Mhm.
sudden it's Christmas, and they're like, oh, we better go see Peepaw.
Yeah.
And then they get there and they're like, why is Peepaw not talking no mo? Why is he just laying there?
Because he's like stage 4 dementia for the last 3 years. And
And they're like, he needs to go to the hospital immediately.
yeah.
And he gets there and you're like, well, Peepaw was like this last week. What happened? What's
Yeah.
different?
What's new? What? Yeah.
I seen
you
him
know
last
more
week.
about him than they do. Yeah.
I'm like, I just took care of Peepaw. He seems the same to me.
Yeah.
I don't see anything new.
Yeah.
Well, stress sucks on the job, but I've learned to appreciate it. I think when I feel stressed, it triggers me. Trigger is now the woke word that we have to use for this generation. I feel like triggers sometimes are good. When I put my trigger on the hand of my gun, I know that, man, things are about to get real. I'm about to have food in the freezer.
You had to say food, didn't you? Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. And I need to focus. And so when I get triggered at work and get stressed, I know, hey, let me go back to my ultimate basics. Right. And I don't know if that's where y'all are at, but when I get stressed at work now, I start thinking as simple as I can. Like, are they breathing? Do they have a pulse? What's my circulatory status? What's the color of their skin? Are they sick, not sick? If they're sick, where am I at on that?
I do notice like when I'm stressing
Yeah.
about a patient, I spend a lot more time with that patient. Like I'm hovering. I'm a bad hoverer.
You're a helicopter nurse?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
it's like because like if I have a super sick patient, I know they're sick and things are just not looking right.
Yeah,
like,
math is not mathing.
Yes, like
Yep.
Ear is not
like
hearing.
vitals are not vitaling the right way, and things just are not working right. I hover. Like, Lord forbid you give me a drip.
Yeah,
I'm right there. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, guys. I know I have 6 other patients out there. You're gonna have to deal with it. I'm taking care of my half dead one here.
Yeah.
Oh, their call light's on. It's fine. Just shut it off. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
I know that's terrible, but
They want a blanket and it's 72 degrees in the facility. Tell them
and they already have 10.
Yeah.
Just it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey, when you're off work and you hear sirens, Dr. Phil,
Yeah.
does it make you catch your breath? Or do you still get excited? Like, do you feel yourself go, "Ooh, what are they doing?"
Yeah, I'm always curious at what they're running on.
Yeah.
Of course, there's also times when I hear the sirens and it's like, nope, not today. I don't want to hear that shit.
For sure.
No, I love it when I'm at home. Like I live in BFE, right?
Mhm.
So it's like I'm pretty far off the highway, but we can still occasionally hear the highway.
Yeah.
My first thought when I hear sirens, I'm like, oh, that sucks for them. That's my thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, who's on the Bama Lance today?
Yeah.
Where we live and the agency that responds to us, like our area, when I hear the sirens, I'm like, that sucks. That person ain't gonna make. I hope it's just a simple fracture.
Yeah.
They are
Hopefully
going downtown.
they're just going for a lift
fast.
I just have like a rando story. I have
Yeah.
to tell this. So back like when I lived Western.
Yeah.
Okay. So I lived in a small, of course, I don't know. I live in rural areas. I don't do the city. I just can't do the cities.
Yeah,
Anyway.
people are people, and I don't like people.
Yes. So, and I'm sorry, this is way off subject and everything, but it's just, I don't know why I'm telling this story, but it was when my mom was alive, and she had bad dementia, horrible dementia. She could get up and walk and function semi,
Yeah.
And there was one day I was in the kitchen. I think I was cooking or something, and she came in there and she was talking to me. and just like suddenly just like passed out. Like she just went blank, just like the hard drive got wiped.
Oh, so not like a syncopal episode.
No, just
she
like
just she just
hard
stopped.
drive was
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
And I was like, Mom? And she's just like blank, like nothing was there. So I ran over there and I grabbed her and I laid her down. Right. So I was like, God, did she just have a stroke? What happened? I don't know what the hell happened. And of course, like family members, when they act out, it's like you don't know what to do anymore.
There's no objectivity
Yeah.
to it.
It's like
you're
it's like
just
shit.
panicking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. 911.
Mm-hmm.
So I call 911. So I think my mom might have just had a stroke. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. She's just laying here, not responding. She's breathing, but not responding.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, do you need an ambulance? No, I thought I would just call you and tell you because I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, I thought I would just call and visit and tell you my mom's laying in the floor and not responding.
Yeah.
I think this is fun. How about you?
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, I need an ambulance. What the hell are you talking about?
How's your day going?
You sound sexy. So what's going on? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know. That just made I just remember that call.
Yeah.
It was like
I thought it was a 1-900 talk dirty number, and what I got was a dispatcher.
talk dirty to me now. Oh, mom's talking again. Okay.
What
we're
color
good.
panties you got on?
And I'm sorry, I know that was a rando story, but I will never forget that. It was like, sir, do you need an ambulance? No, I just called to visit with you. I'm bored.
No, I've had personal experience with our EMS service where we live, and have seen them on multiple occasions come into where I work, and it is frightening. It's frightening. I was telling somebody the other day at work that I love living rural. I love it.
Yeah.
But when it comes time
complaints.
for like medical help, I freaking miss Dallas. I'm like, where are my people that know shit and can do stuff, and I don't have to fly somebody hours away to get something done?
There are a few that
Yeah.
I cringe when I hear them in code. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
they're gonna be dead.
Yeah,
That's all I can think.
Everything you told me that you just did over the phone is a lie.
And I think it wouldn't be so bad that if every single time they call report, it sounds not bad, but when they get there, I'm like, you didn't explain any of this. What is this?
Yeah.
Like, they're unresponsive. You said they were talking.
Yeah.
They don't even have an IV. What's going on? It's like, and then you're like, okay, blood sugar. Oh, well, their blood sugar's 2.
Yeah.
We might want to get an IV and fix that.
Good job. Well, that may be a future topic to like bring our EMS people on, because that was something that we worked at in Dallas. That the city that I work for and our local hospital did not get along. When I first started working there, and then over the years we worked together. Find a couple nurses that you could befriend. Like, hey, what is it that you need? Because we're not dumbasses. We're following our protocols.
Yeah.
Which is our medical director, who is the director of this ER.
Yeah.
And so we're doing the things that person is telling us to do and handing them off to that doctor's hospital. And y'all are pissed that we're not doing other things. Like, how do we work on our relationship? I think in a rural setting, that's easy because, like, one, all of the EMS people.
Like, I think like with our area, whatever, it's like the EMS crew that comes to us, like the two primary crews, right?
Yeah.
I like most of everybody on those crews. Mm-hmm. Like, I would say I have friends with some of them.
Yeah.
They're on my Facebook page, my personal page. Like, I get along with most all of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I really have big complaints about those two, but like, oh my God.
A couple of the outliers.
I'm like, did you actually go to school or did they elect you?
The guys that are past the banjos. Yeah. Where you're like, it's like, hey man.
It's like, did you not make it with somebody
Yeah.
else and you had to go there? I mean, what happened?
It seems like half of those guys are like, man, I was walking down the street and I passed by this garage door that was open, and they're like, you want to drive this thing?
I mean, because like we have great people that we work with, and it's like, like most of them do the most, and it's like, okay, you did a great job, thank you so much. Do I get irritated with them sometimes? Yes. You bring me that drunk person acting a damn fool, I'm gonna be mad. But
yeah, I haven't seen the level of like competitiveness that created kind of a hatred or a divide that we had where I was at Dallas with one specific hospital, but we were able to correct it. And all it took was like a willing nurse and a willing medic to go, hey, how do we get on the same page?
Yeah.
And then it was awesome. It was like, if y'all are going to, like, for instance, every time we did like a duo-neb treatment, the nurses got mad that we didn't also give solumedrol. That was like one little detail.
But I mean, honestly, think about it. How hard is it to go draw up 125
right.
of solumedrol and push it?
It was a considered part of the protocol. It wasn't like, please do it.
Right.
For the hospital, it was, if you do this, you also do that.
Right. Their protocols.
And so we're like, cool, man, thank you for telling us that. I'll make sure I'll tell all of our medics, if they do a duo-neb, just like go ahead and give the solumedrol too.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, especially if you're going to that hospital, just do both of them. And then the nurses are happy, and it's not a cat fight anymore.
Yeah.
And that changed everything.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is, if you do minimal, you're going to be treated minimal.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? I mean, Phil, do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it as much in the EMS world as you guys get it, having to deal with, the services that are probably not the politically correct term, but are subpar.
Yeah.
But, the service that I work for, we strictly are an ALS service. We don't ever do BLS. So, you've always got a medic on the truck. But we get called to meet up with some of these BLS services. And, we get there and it's like, what in the hell are you thinking? They called to meet up for a ALS intercept, for a chest pain, and you get there and it's, they're having a massive STEMI, and you're like, why the fuck did you wait, 35 minutes to call for an ALS truck? One, two, you're coming from, the backside of,
Satan's butthole.
Yeah. Call a freaking helicopter, because we've still got 35 minutes to go back the other direction.
See, I think that's where my issue is. That, believe me, I do understand, like, most of the services only have basics, and I get that. And I know that they don't have the training that the paramedics have, and I understand that. I mean, if you're a BLS truck and you got stuck on this call, you had no options, I get it. I 100% understand. But what I don't understand is why you're bringing us things that are not appropriate. That's the biggest thing. That's where I have the issue.
That hurts too.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the sport specific service that's doing this, and they do it so much that you cringe when you hear their encode. You're like, oh God, they're bringing us a trash can.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you end up working with, a trash can. It's like, you can't put it all back together.
It never fails that it's always when you're moderately busy, you're teetering on the level of, can we still salvage our day?
Yep.
Your providers are stressed, the nurses are kind of at their limit, and then
we're all salty and mean.
That service, that patient shows up, and then you've lost a provider and you've lost a nurse to a room for a couple of hours. And
I mean, because like,
holy shit, everybody else starts showing up for cough and cold.
Yeah. I mean, like with the crew that I work with, we're good about taking over. Like, if somebody gets stuck, okay, I'll be responsible for your people. Don't worry about it. We got you. And it's just, what they don't understand is utilize the services that are out there. If you're a BLS truck, and something got into a wreck and it doesn't quite make sense, you probably need to call the helicopter instead of loading them up and trying to bring them to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think.
Know what your area hospitals have. Know what level of trauma center they are. And who's flying, who's not flying, where they can go, what they can do.
If their brain ain't braining,
Yeah.
probably need to take them somewhere else.
Yeah.
If things are hanging off the bodies, you probably need to take them somewhere else.
That's awesome. I think we pulled up a couple more topics that we can hit in the future.
I think we just created a whole nother episode.
We did, yeah.
So-
Well, you know, coming from the the EMS side, you know, there's, I mean, I've been guilty of it. You know,
sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
It's all good, Phil.
It's all good, Phil.
A couple of them have been, a change in status after I gave a report. One of them, one of my nursing friends who have, turned out to be a really good friend. That was the first time we'd ever met. Was a probably one that should not have went to that facility, but yeah, it was a simple leg pain that turned out to be a whole lot more than just a leg pain.
You're like, what they said was.
I said, this is what they said, and this is what I seen, and then we went downhill real quick. Yeah,
but that stuff happens though.
It does.
I mean, it happens. And if it only happens occasionally, I mean, I get it. You're not going to see everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, sometimes what seems appropriate is you get there and then later you find out, oops, that wasn't quite so appropriate. I mean, you can't, I mean, it happens. And if it was like an occasional, like, oops, I screwed up. No, it's like routine for that service. And that's what's so bad.
Every fucking day.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's like you get that phone call and everybody asks, what service is it?
Yeah. Like, what room are they going to? And they say the room, and you're like, all right, see you guys next week.
Well, now that I'm doing both on the truck, and I've started doing some stuff in the ER, and you get that, you pick up the phone when they're doing the encode, and as soon as they say where they're from, your brain instantly goes, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
There went my night.
You're turning around and you're looking at everybody in there, and they're all staring at you, and you're like, give them the nod, and they're like, hands go up, like shuffling around. Okay, where can we put this dumpster fire?
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm that nurse. I'm like, somebody check in. Somebody check in. I've got the only open room. Somebody check in. Somebody check in. Somebody check in.
Give me the next constipation. I'll take it.
I'll brown cow all night. It'll be fine.
I swear to God, I'll take the next GI bleed. I promise.
I don't care if they need blood. I'll do it.
Oh man, that's awesome, Dr. Phil. Thank you so much again for coming and hanging out with us and talking stress and all things weird. So with that, we are going to shut down. Thank you, Dr. Phil, again for being with us. Hugs and cuddles.
Kisses, loves, all the things.